Have you ever stopped to think about breathing? We do it all the time. In and out. In and out. It's so automatic, we barely notice it. But what if I told you that everything is breathing? Not just you, your dog, the bird outside your window. Yes, even plants breathe. They don't have lungs or noses, but they do, in a different way. Special leaf pores and stomata opening to exchange gases. A hidden world of breathing all around us. This might surprise you. We often think of plants as the opposite of us. We breathe in oxygen, they take in carbon dioxide. That's photosynthesis, plants making food. But to use that food, they must respire. They burn that food to power their lives, to grow new leaves, to push roots deeper into the earth. It's fundamental for all life. Our plan is simple. Hook, compare, apply. We've started with the hook. Now, the comparison. We're going to look closely at respiration. From our complex lungs to tiny pores on a leaf. Get ready. See breathing in a whole new light. So, what is this thing called respiration? Most of the time we think about breathing, but breathing is just the first step. Real respiration happens much, much deeper inside us. The true meaning is cellular respiration. It happens in the cells. Cellular respiration is the process of cells turning food into energy. Let's use an analogy. Firewood is like the food we eat. It's full of potential energy. You need to burn it in a fireplace to release that energy. Cellular respiration is like that fireplace. It happens in a tiny structure called the mitochondrion, the powerhouse of the cell. They take in fuel, glucose, and oxygen. The products that come out are usable energy, carbon dioxide, and water. The energy is captured in a molecule called ATP, which acts like a tiny, rechargeable battery for the cell. This energy powers everything, from running a race to growing new leaves to thinking. Without it, life would stop. To live in different places, animals have evolved all kinds of amazing ways to breathe. For animals on land, the most common machines are lungs. In humans, air travels down your windpipe into millions of little air sacs called alveoli. This is where the gas exchange happens. Oxygen from the air passes into your blood. At the same time, carbon dioxide travels from the blood back into the alveoli to be breathed out. But how does oxygen get to your leg? Your blood contains hemoglobin, a dedicated oxygen taxi service that carries oxygen all over your body. For creatures underwater, lungs won't work, so they have gills. A fish forces water to flow over its gills. Gills use a secret weapon called countercurrent exchange. Blood flows in the opposite direction to the water, allowing fish to extract up to 80% of the oxygen. Then there are the insects, which have a totally unique system. They have a network of tiny tubes that deliver air directly to their tissues. There is no middleman. This system is lightweight, but it's also why insects have to stay small. Plants don't have lungs or blood. Instead, they have millions of tiny openings. The main gateways are pores on their leaves called stomata. But when stomata are open, the plant loses water. It's a constant balancing act between getting gas and not drying out. Woody stems and branches rely on different pores called lenticels to allow oxygen to diffuse into the living tissues beneath the bark. And what about the roots? Healthy soil is full of tiny air pockets, and roots absorb the oxygen they need directly from these spaces. This is why overwatering a plant can be deadly. The water fills the air pockets, and the roots essentially suffocate. One of the most fascinating things is the plant's relationship with gases. During the day, photosynthesis is so active that the net effect is the plant releases oxygen. But at night, photosynthesis stops. The plant does what animals do. It takes in oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. So, we have two solutions to one problem. Animals have high-performance, centralized systems for action. Plants have patient, decentralized systems for growth. We've seen that the simple act of breathing is anything but simple. It's not a showdown with a winner. but a story of shared survival. Deep inside their cells, both plants and animals run the same amazing chemical reaction to turn sugar and oxygen into the energy of life. This knowledge helps us understand how the forests of the world act as giant lungs for our planet. You can see this for yourself. Mix yeast, sugar, and warm water in a bottle and place a balloon on top. The yeast respires, releasing carbon dioxide gas, the same gas you're breathing out. So, the next time you take a breath, stop and think. Think about the journey of that oxygen and the quiet tree outside doing the same. We are all connected by this constant, life-giving process. Respiration is the tireless engine that powers us all.